Welcome to the Golden Feather. Grab a pint, a plate, and pick your seats. Your hosts, Vertek and Chibi Bree, are back from their latest adventure.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Feather. Today we have Ziii with us. Hello, Ziii.
Hi.
And we have Vertek, my co-host.
Hey. How's it going, everyone?
And today's December 4th, 2020, and we are going to be talking about the recent live stream update on November 30th, right? Monday?
Yeah.
Is it Friday yet?
Yes.
Is it Friday?
Oh, wait, it is.
It's actually Saturday.
Oh, oops.
For some of us in the world. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere. But, we have a lot to cover and a lot of interesting things that I guess sparked conversation for the upcoming tests and a lot of questions that were answered. So let's get into it.
Thank you, Theater Elf. Much appreciated.
Yay.
Thank you for the cheer.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and move the chat over there so I could see it and not like...
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're kind of in process of maybe moving over some announcements to a different bot. Mm-hmm. So you might see some double stuff until we get it taken care of. Oops.
Sorry about that. I mean, I feel like they'd be okay with being over announced instead of, not knowing at all.
I mean, fair enough, I suppose. So while she is getting stuff set up there, Ziii, can you please tell people, maybe some of them out there don't know who you is or what you do or where you be at.
Oh.
Tell them who you is.
Okay.
And why is it Saturday for you?
Because it's past 12 o'clock at night.
She's from the future.
I am from the future. I am Ziii. I am a Discord moderator for Ashes of Creation, a volunteer moderator, I should say. And that's about it, really. What do I do? I moderate
you just said?
in the Discord, yes. And the forums. I make fan art for Ashes of Creation.
I was going to say, and you have a giant thread dedicated to fan art stuff.
I do. I haven't made anything in such a long time.
The great builder and destroyer of Minecraft everythings.
Yeah, I need to make something else, actually. I haven't made anything for a pretty long time.
Still impressed by that giant tower you made. By the giant tower.
The Spire of Elemis? Yeah, that was good fun.
That was huge.
And what was the last thing I had to do?
Where are you at?
Where am I? What, in the world?
Yeah.
I am in
your life. Where are you at in your life? Are you in a happy place?
I am in a happy place. I'm comfortable where I am. I'm happy. My mental health is fine, even though we're in lockdown. And yeah, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Christmas is around the corner, and yeah, I mean, Christmas is going to be fucked up this year, but
just a little. But that's all right. You figure maybe people will save some money by not having to travel.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Look at the bright side.
So
you can literally. Me. You can tell all the annoying family members and friends that, sorry, can't come over. I wish I could, but
Yeah.
Can't
right
travel.
Side to everything. Yeah, can't travel. Right. Sorry.
My bad.
Oh my goodness.
But speaking of people you don't like.
Yeah. Oh no.
So I bumped into this post on the forums, and I actually had some lively conversation on it. But someone from George Black was the name. I think we mentioned him in a previous week. But Redemption of Murderous Players. How easy should it be was the name. And it's kind of a discussion on how easy should it be to we would not avoid you, Mr. Hammer. And yeah, Tiof, that's exactly our question. But you never know. Somebody could be living under a rock and just not know who the Ziii is. Ziii is everywhere.
I am everywhere. I don't know how I manage it, but
Ziii present.
Oh my gosh.
But Yeah, we would never ghost you there, Hammer. Never. But yeah, it's a conversation on like when you go out and you PK people, because you know we all do that all the time.
I have never PK'd anybody. Ever. In any game.
Ever.
It's never been live streamed either. Nope.
Okay.
Yep. I hear that you hide from all PvP interactions because you're kind of scared of them.
That's exactly what I do. I do not PvP.
And yet some imposters out there use your name and completely destroy both friends and family. It's just a mean thing.
Somebody took my name on Minecraft and did that exact thing, and on APOC.
Yeah. So you should probably start adding like 3-factor authentication to your accounts.
I should.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm over here just dying as I'm trying to like add in like the stuff for the new cosmetics.
You can do it. Yeah, Theater Elf, it was a mistake. Somebody else logged in with her information. So, totally wasn't her, in case you were wondering.
No. Couldn't possibly have been.
Nope.
But yeah, the conversation I bumped into, I had something that I was not aware of. So maybe you'd heard of it. Something about, just joking, Theater Elf. Being facetious, if I could talk. Facetious. But yeah, there was apparently a mention that there's going to be a way to reduce a PK count as opposed to corruption points. So what is the difference really? Do you know? Because that I hadn't really heard. Or if I did, I didn't absorb it.
Yeah, that's obviously something I've not absorbed either.
There's supposed to be some kind of way to reduce your PK count. The
last thing I heard was that you could, if you were corrupted, then you could get rid of corruption levels by doing quests or killing mobs, wasn't it? Grinding mobs?
Yeah, that was the corruption, to get rid of corruption, I knew.
Yeah, I didn't know anything. This is new to me, the PK count thing.
Yeah, because just to read it verbatim, this guy, George Black, says, Stephen has mentioned before that the more players a person has killed, PK count, the more corruption that player would incur with each new player kill, and the higher the chances to lose gear upon death would be. He also mentioned there would be activities to reduce a player's PK count, not to be confused with corruption points.
Is that not the same thing? Has he not just explained that as being exactly the same thing, though?
Apparently not, because there's a lot of people that continue the conversation as like it's totally expected.
But when you kill a person, you get PK count.
Nope. Sorry.
So that's what that person's saying. So Stephen has mentioned before that the more players a person kills, PK count. The more corruption that a player would incur with each new PK, and the higher the chances to lose gear upon death. I thought that was all under the corruption system. I thought that was the corruption system.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is news to me, but continue, sorry.
Okay. Well, then let's just assume it is all the same thing. And like, how tough do you think it should be? Like, if they spend 10 minutes out in the wild and they end up like killing, say, 2 people, do you think you should be able to lower those 2 kills in like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? Should it be a long quest line or something small?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. If I'm out in the wilds of Vera and I'm gathering and someone touches the flower that I'm running to, they are going to not live for much longer.
Meanie.
She says while sprinting after them through a field of the same flower.
If I feel like I can kill them, then I'm going to give it a good old bash. And then
give it a go.
Give it a go. Yeah, so how long do I think it should take?
Don't put me in the same world as Ziii, please.
I don't know, because if you...
Or at least be on the same guild or same side of everything.
True.
If you make it too hard to get rid of it, that's just going to really kill PvP, surely. But then if you make it too easy, is that too bad for like PKers and gankers?
Yeah, it's going to make it terrible for people, especially just people jumping into the game and just starting out.
That's a tough question. I think that's something I'd really need to think about.
And how would you?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the perfect amount of time.
The perfect amount.
That's how long it should take. I have no...
See, this is a question I think that we could, like, people could talk about all day long, and people do toss out a whole lot of ideas and whatnot. But honestly, I think this is only something that can come to a conclusion after really testing it out, because you never really know how much time should pass by without seeing how quickly maybe bounty hunters might react and how easy it is for bounty hunters to track somebody down and chase them down. Because if it's an instance where they only see the dot once they're within like a certain like distance, like the normal distance where you'd see like a player icon or an NPC icon appear on your mini map, then they're going to be running around on mounts just patrolling everywhere, which would make it not so likely that they're going to, you know, constantly be patrolling all the time. There's going to be, I would think, like planned, hey, let's go ahead and start patrolling around this time today. And just gather a bunch of people and just run around in packs of bounty hunters. But if it's going to be that easy, because, you know, in a giant map, you could have like a 0.0% chance of running into a bounty hunter. So that risk is almost non-existent. So you never know.
I don't know. You could theory craft on it for hours. Like, should it be easy? Should people have the opportunity to PvP and then clear off that whole corruption PK count thing? Or do they make it tougher where they kill one person and they've got to spend half an hour grinding, where people just then don't bother attacking anybody?
I mean, honestly, that might, in my mind, I think that might be just about the right balance, is 30 minutes of decent PvE action, or, you know, a 30-minute something to take away a kill.
One kill?
But, yeah. If you get corrupted, I mean, that's corrupted, right? I mean, if I get corrupted by like getting my hand in oil when I'm working on the car, I have to take, you know, 30 minutes to clean up, right?
That is true.
Goodness. Thank you, Woodchip. They're gone.
Thank you, Woodchip. Appreciate it.
Woodchip!
21 months in a row. Did you?
I just made a little song for him.
You did.
Is that okay?
It was amazing. It was amazing.
It's okay. I will do another one. Woodchip.
Oh yeah. Is that a Renkai song? Sounds very.
That was the Ziii rap.
The Ziii rap? Oh man.
Yep.
I think you need to work on your lyrics.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that was rude.
Right?
I mean, the beat was pretty sick, but there were no real lyrics, so I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll work on it whilst we're doing this and
you
come
get
up
a
with
D-.
something better.
You get a D-.
Oh, I put a load of effort into that. And
Just
G-.
Oh no. Just so that people that are watching are aware, I'm going to swap us over to the video share and just kind of have up a video where they were showing off a video teaser, if you will, of like the tropical environment and a war beast. And I thought that might just be interesting to have up while we're chatting, if that's okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Oh, you got to be the contrarian.
But there's not going to be any sound. I just audio the video. So.
But yeah. So another post I bumped into that had a little bit of a opinion to it was about how Steven reacted to what was the question exactly? It was basically something along the lines of, hey, are you going to put player created music into the game, or ways for players to create music? And both Steven and Jeffrey kind of looked at each other in a way and kind of went, no, maybe in the future. And somebody took great offense to that.
Oh.
They were.
Did they really? Oh no.
Oh yes, greatly upset by this. They actually believe that it is a super simple thing, and I only say believe because, hey, I don't know how easy it would be to code it. I just know how difficult a decision it would have to be to try to figure out exactly how to go about it. But
and also it fits.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played any MMO where music's been like that. I'm just trying to think.
You know, apparently it's in Final Fantasy 14.
Don't play that game. Sorry.
I played it, but I don't remember it being there. It must be a newer feature, I guess, maybe. But
yeah, I mean, there was nothing in WoW. Star Wars Galaxies had some things to do with music, but I don't think it was like player-made music. The only thing I can think of is in Rust. You get to make like a wooden, like a bone xylophone, but you can't like make notes on it. You just bang it with with a bone and it makes a noise, but you can move
Clang.
your mouse up and down and it makes noise. But yeah, I have never experienced player-made music in a game.
Yeah, neither have I.
I can think
neither
of.
have I. But there's so many different aspects of how they could incorporate that. Like, and I put a giant list of questions to this person. Like, you can't be too upset with them not putting it in because they're trying not to waste money at the moment. There's a lot of questions you need to ask before just pushing it through.
Yeah. Just so I understand, the player made is like character made in game, or?
Well, there's different games have apparently put it in different fashions, but I know the one that they're specifically referencing being super easy to do is on your hotkeys, you can drop in abilities, quote unquote, that are simple, just a single note per ability. So you could go through and press like 167598234765489, and you're actually like playing a song on an instrument or something.
Okay, gotcha. Like a harp. Hello, Air.
Yeah.
I give you a D-.
You should, because that was terrible. I'm actually quite impressed I got that many notes or that many
numbers
from it. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome if they added it, but do you not feel like they're adding enough?
Yeah. I mean, let's get a stable game out first and then worry about additives that just add to quality of life and not like, I mean, there's a lot of quality of life that they're already working on that is actually like pertinent to the game, you know? So
yeah, because
I would say hold your frustrations over secondary or external quality of life things, probably, just because it's not as important. It doesn't impact gameplay. Impacts gameplay enjoyability. Sure, I could see that, but it doesn't actually impact the gameplay itself. And right now in Alpha 1, at the very least, or the base part of the game at the very least, that's what they're focused on, is like actually getting the game to work in the first place.
Yeah, and Woodchip Shroud of the Avatar is a great example of a game that I wanted to back, but I didn't have the money to back when it was running its everything, and so I didn't get a chance to, and now I'm kind of happy that I didn't, because I had great expectations for that game, and to see where it's at, it kind of makes me really sad inside. Makes me really, really sad inside. But yeah, I mean, the music works in that one.
Do you know what would be awesome though? Right, so you're running around and you get to like the raptor spawn. If you could actually make your own music and you start blurting out the Jurassic Park theme. Do, 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 do. Or you're running along a corridor and a boulder falls down, and then you just stand there with your little musical instrument and play Indiana Jones.
You know, if you could make fairly good in-game music, let me tell you how I would hide near like a major raid boss in a dungeon somewhere. I'd find a corner to hide in, and then when players would start to approach into that area, I'd start playing like some ominous music as soon as they walk in. Like before the official battle music starts, I would start I'd ramp up the ominous tones real quick.
Oh, you're swimming in the ocean.
From like behind a bush or something. Yeah.
You're on your boat and someone falls and
oh my god, there'd be so many fun ways to be a troll.
It would.
Sorry.
Yeah. By the way, Psycho, and for anybody else, we are transferring our bots, and I want to say I'm sorry that you got silenced for spamming your emotes, but that's one of the things that it auto mods, I guess, and we set it up to, take control of our streams so that people could actually be alerted when we go live right now. But we haven't actually been able to tweak everything. So we apologize if anybody gets randomly silenced by Streamlabs bot at the moment. We will work to make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to change that emote thing because it wasn't supposed to block either of those the way the settings are configured.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm doing well eating pizza and waiting for Project Diablo servers to come back up. Oh, nice. Bards are great trolls. Yeah, I could imagine, like, I don't know if you guys have seen, I think it's One for All or All for One or something like that. But it's a web show where they kind of reenact their D&D characters, like in-game campaigns, as like actual cosplayers and stuff like that. That was really cool. But I can imagine a scenario where like you're trying to go into a dungeon and the bard is just feeling super trolly, I guess, and just starts playing random songs as you go in to like enhance the like level of just nervousness as you go in. And there's like that building tension in the air, and just it doesn't help when the bard just decides to break out in song in the middle of it. You're just like, stop it, you're making it worse, my anxiety is being driven up.
Maybe I should play a bard.
That's a fast way to have a dead bard.
Everybody should play a bard at least once.
Just saying, quick bard death right there. Kind of want to make an elven bard, and if the player-made, character-made music ever comes in, just do the Legend of Zelda songs.
We should have called this stream like the singing stream.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What chips 2 weeks from today? ... Who is calling in sick or just taking Friday and Monday off?
Well, technically I am taking Friday and Monday off, but the reason is not specifically for the testing, because I have a grandfather having a 95th birthday on that Saturday.
Oh, so that's adorbs.
Yeah.
Probably going to try to drive out there and say hi.
Which, by the way, is actually a great moment to just make an announcement that the 18th, I think, is the day that is then. Or the 17th. I don't know. Whatever day that Friday is, we will probably not be having our podcast.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Just because I love Microsoft's Surface books, but I don't think it can handle the level needed to stream.
You never know, though. Maybe we can pop in on a mobile stream or something.
Could always do that.
Hey guys,
just
what's
the two
up?
of us.
We're just chatting, and of course we're gonna have 2 viewers because everybody else viewing us has access to the beta and is already in, or the pre-alpha and is already in playing.
Yeah, like we don't care about you guys. We got the game to play.
Every time you guys are like, I need to make an announcement, I'm like, is she gonna say she's having a baby?
No,
it was like family, grandparents, and then you're like, oh, actually, on that point, we've got an announcement to make. And I was like, oh God, is this it? Is this it? Is this the announcement?
Is this the one? Is this the one?
Give me like 3 years, okay? I don't even have a stable job yet.
TikTok.
Which, by the way, I am actually going pretty well with the internship. I just can't talk much about it, but I'm learning pretty fast, I guess. What do you mean, how would she have a baby?
Well,
I mean,
see, what happens is
and a
when
woman.
a daddy and a mommy really love each other.
No.
They hire a stork.
Yeah.
To carry a baby in from who knows where.
Who knows where.
We don't care about the supply chain. We just know that we order it.
That is magical.
Yeah. It's been by mail-in order before, but I think Amazon's trying to set up a wing for it here soon.
Oh, a wing.
No. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, back on track over here.
Moving on.
About the cosmetics behind us. Well, I guess not really behind us anymore because we're below it, but the cosmetics on the screen.
I'm just saying, there's an icy Vec temple thing. I'll probably be picking that up because it's Vec, and I'm addicted to the Vec stuff.
I just buy everything because I like everything.
And I enjoy them talking about the tone and how they... I did not blow you off. Okay, I was working, mister. Thank you very much. I had a meeting with my boss.
She had that work.
That's a Monday thing.
I was able to sneak away.
Oh my goodness. But I think it's really cool to hear Margaret be able to talk a little bit about like how they're able to come up with cosmetics. And the process which they go through, and that they submit things early on, and that she's about to show how they, sorry Maggie, my bad, but like the kind of color palette and the mood that they're going for with the specific item. It's really interesting from my perspective, because I've actually done something similar when requesting art from somebody. I'm just like, I like this about this thing, and these colors. And they're like, cool, thanks. And then they'll just go make it. And it's really cool to see a very similar
mood board
process.
Ahoy.
Yeah, mood board. What did you guys think when they were showing that?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that if that's the way the armor is gonna end up looking on that little circle thing in the middle, that's pretty damn wicked, and I want it.
Mm-hmm. But then we ended up with the gauntlet that we actually do have.
Yeah, it went through like another version, didn't it? But changed up. Yeah.
Well, that's the individual gauntlet though. The entire outfit though is something different.
Oh yeah. I personally like the one on the left, not the one on the right.
Oh, I like the one on the right. It's very icy.
It looks like the stuff on the left is kind of what the full suit cosmetic is looking like. So yeah, the one on the right's what I want for the individual gauntlet.
Yeah. And then she had OBS problems. Like we had OBS problems.
Yay!
The picture in the middle looks like that ice guy from Game of Thrones. Yeah, right? White Walker.
You wouldn't think so much work went into one piece, though. Like,
right?
She just spoke quickly about it, and you just think, oh my gosh, like that must have taken hours.
Right.
To find everything and to come up with the idea of what colors you want to use, what textures you want to use, the lighting that you want to add to it.
Like the armor set that you see right here is really cool. But I do remember from our last podcast, some people saying they're really frustrated that they add in the weapons if they're not actually going to be a part of it.
Yeah, I think Theater Elf was saying that.
Boop.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Got a nose hunter over here booping us.
Oh no, don't let him in, ban him. He is trying to make me wear a Santa hat on my profile picture on Discord. And it makes me sad. Because I don't want to wear a Christmas hat.
Well, what if you put your kitty in front of a fire?
Nope. Don't believe in fire.
Nope. Don't believe in fire?
Oh.
Nope. Christmas lights?
Nope. I am a Grinch. I hate Christmas.
I just don't like how people start celebrating it in like August. Like you go to a department store and suddenly there's Christmas decorations there, and I haven't even gotten the joy of seeing Halloween stuff yet.
Yeah.
We have Christmas stuff out before Easter.
That's ridiculous. It's why? I mean, unless that is like half off and I can buy it and then put it away and not worry about it for like a whole year. Cool, but because I'm gonna be honest, I'd rather save money than spend full price for something that's just a decoration. Why is that thing $30? No. Christmas comes before Easter. ...
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of timeline you're looking at. It could be a totally serious thing.
True. Put the main tank hat on from last month's cosmetic. There you go.
Oh, dear God. The banana basket.
I imagine Zii's character having the random whatever accessory from each month. Like this month's like gauntlet just being like put on the little like paw.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be like, this is the 2019 collection.
I'll have this hat on and this chest piece and these boots, and I'll wear this ring and this belt. Oh, and I have this bag on and this pet mount.
Put together like the 2019 collection of all the individual accessories, and then here's the 2020 collection.
I'm gonna look
amazing.
like a
freaking riot. Oh my God.
I like how they were talking about it being like super dark and depressing for the longest time, and then they're like, let's just like, lighten it up a little.
With a fruit basket.
Right.
No need for all that. No need to lighten it up. It's fine how it
This
was.
set is really cool to me, though. It definitely screams like Lich King or like
Did it?
Ice
Really cool.
Monster. I really like it. I see what you did there.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
Yak, 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 yak.
So
No, I like it. I like it. I like it all. I like the blues. But yeah, I'm really easily entertained when it comes to cosmetics. Like I pretty much like them all.
True.
Yeah.
Apart from the snores.
Can haul so much lumber. And yeah, definitely Lich King vibes. Yeah, I'm not much for the yak and the yak caravan, but the other three things.
What? You don't like that?
Meh.
It's so cool, though. It's like
"Ah, I'm angry."
I'm trying to imagine.
Maybe it's belching because he's finally thawing out and gases are being released.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Burp.
I was gonna say
He did say it was going to be a musical episode, so
I'm interested in seeing what the animations are gonna look like. Because I mean, I felt like that was taken mid animation almost.
yeah, potentially could be in the middle of something, getting angry for some reason or another.
So, on the topic of big beasts, let's talk about the beast in the background of this video.
I remember this being talked about before.
That thing is huge, man. I would probably
That
run the other
thing
direction
is
if I saw that in real life.
That's
This
Fred.
is what Jinsey made, didn't she?
I think
so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember them saying that. Wasn't she working on this randomly one day, and then they said that they might put it in at some point? And here it is.
Yeah.
And there it is. Yeah, that's Fred. He likes pineapples. He can't reach them, so he gets angry.
What is that tiny little steel blade going to do against that massive rhino?
Right.
Oh, I like these things as well. These are
Scratch an
cute.
itch for sure.
It's like, mud. Oh, bug. Oh. It's like, oh my god, that idiot dancing in the background. What a fool. Ugh.
I like his mask, this little guy.
I like his loincloth.
It's an Ashes goblin trying to look like an every other game goblin.
What's
Amazing.
this dude doing by the fire? It's like, fire, 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 fire.
It's a fire dance. He's trying to make it burn.
It seems to me this guy is trying to tame it. Maybe. Also, that would be an interesting mix. Yeah, it is agency, by the way. But animal husbandry with the yak and maybe the giant rhino thing.
Giant rhino thing.
I don't know. The
Frozen
giant
giant rhino thing.
the thing that was just in that video. I don't know what it is. Sorry. It's big. It's terrifying, and I don't know what it is.
Triceratops, so rhino thing.
Probably. I don't know. It's got so many horns, man. I don't know what the thing is besides a war mount. Probably.
Besides the war mounts.
Did they say that your mount can attack? Yeah, it looks like a rhino to you too. Okay, cool. Did they say you could just attack people using your mount?
Yeah, when you're on the mount, there's going to be attacks you can make, but there aren't going to be like a lot, and they're going to vary per mount.
Can you imagine this yak mixed with that war rhino, I'm going to call it, and with this yak's like horns glowing, but like the rhino having like the horns glowing kind of thing?
Oh, burping as he runs. Burp, burp,
Yeah.
burp, burp.
Oh, not a mount, but a skin. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, with the animal husbandry thing, I thought it'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
I like the little pet as well. He reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is that it reminds me of.
Yeah. It is little tiny Megatron. Icetron.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it looks like the little robot guy from one of the Transformers.
Yeah.
Like the little one that followed him around all over everywhere.
Shiznits.
Shiznits.
Warhog, Warbeast. I don't know.
But yeah, and along with all that stuff, they did show us a bunch of the other art. What did you think about all the Dunir stuff?
Ooh, it was
The
pretty.
weird little bubble stove.
It was interesting, actually, that one.
And a
Oh yeah, I remember
bathtub.
now. Yeah. Yes, it was cute, nice. I love furniture in games though. Like my first ever MMO that I played was Star Wars Galaxies, obviously, and you could be like a furniture crafter, and the amount of furniture you could make in that game was immense. Like you could make everything that you could think of. I've never seen a game do furniture properly after that. So it's nice that they do furniture and beds that you can actually sleep in, and bathtubs and vases and fireplaces.
It sounds like they're aiming for something similar to that, because I mean, they did say you'd be able to sit down on your furniture and whatnot in game, but also with the ovens you can make for your freehold.
Oh, I can't wait!
Like, microwave food to give it an extra buff.
Yeah.
By the way, for those of you that might have missed the live stream, our friends over at Ash's Post made this lovely live stream transcript. So if you want to just browse it over, either in your free time or now as we're chatting, see what like some of the key points were. It's a lifesaver for us sometimes.
Yeah, it is on the teaser side sometimes, but
yeah. I want SRG level factories and miners like that you add energy to.
So you go in and dump some kind of energy. See, because I skipped Galaxies. I missed out on that altogether.
Oh.
When that came out, that was in the middle of I play everything that's a beta or alpha, and as soon as it goes like full launch, I dropped it and walked away. So yeah.
Yeah, you got like when you made a character, you got 10 slots, and each piece of mining / gathering factory cost like 1 or 2 points depending on how big it was, and then you had like this handheld unit, and you used to have to scan the ground for radiation, like radioactive power, or I can't remember what it was called, but you used to have to get that first, and then you had to gather that using some kind of machine, and then you used to have to put that power into the other machine to farm for you for free.
I'm just enjoying chat as you guys are chatting.
So yeah, that was how they ran factories, but it completely ruined the landscape.
Yeah.
It was just player houses and player factories everywhere.
Oh no, wood chip is a fuel source now.
No.
Hide away. We have a closet we can stuff you in. It'll keep you safe.
But yeah, furniture, can't wait. Hope they add loads. I remember so long ago that someone, because I was such a massive Star Wars Galaxies nerd, I used to love looking at some of the stuff that they put on forums and things, and someone made like a website that had all the fashion clothes on it, and it was huge, and all the furniture. There was like a website for the furniture. So yeah, it was adorable, and it was just, I've never seen a game have so much stuff. Yeah,
a game of that size with that many things, I mean, I would believe that they would have different websites dedicated to portions of it. Absolutely.
There we go. This thing is massive and looks amazing. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh yeah. Apparently it's going to be bloody huge.
He looks huge.
He's
I don't have anything to compare him to, but...
Yeah, well, yeah, I know they said he's going to be much larger and much more weighty in animations than the other one was. So, have a feeling this is going to be one of those, like, yeah, I have a feeling this guy's going to be one of those that you see out in the world for the longest time before realizing that it's a dragon, and it starts like one of those mountains starts moving type of things.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna say before it eats you.
Like he's gonna be out in the woods, like he's been sleeping for like a couple 100 years, and there's like trees growing on his wings.
Like in Moana, when she saves the hill, whatever it is, the mountain.
Yeah.
It turns into that person.
This is the forest variant of the glorious dragon. What other creatures would you like to see in game? And I'll go ahead and link that tweet.
I'd like to see One of those little guys? I mean, they got the word I just learned, the stoat.
Oh, yep.
He's close. He's close in appearance. I'd never heard that word before in my life. But how about the fact that they have announced some more details about the size of the Alpha 1 map and where it's going to be?
Yes.
Yes, he did some leakage.
Yeah, 100 square kilometers. And I know before we had a comparison of different game sizes and whatnot. I just remember that 100 square kilometers is larger than many games that people already call expansive.
How big was APOC, the first map?
Ooh.
Like 0?
I remember,
oh no, APOC, not.
You know APOC, the first original map with the spire and everything in it, not the snow map, the original APOC map.
Yeah,
How big was that?
Yeah, it was something.
Chat,
It was
help
not
us.
very big.
Find out, chat. Use your
Do
Googling.
it. Find it. Ready, set, go.
If that was 2.5, oh my gosh, imagine how big what did they say it was going to be, 100?
Yeah. Yeah, 6.25 square kilometer map size.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's what Woodchip says.
I need like a picture. I need like a picture of the APOC map over the top.
Oh, a full overlay?
Yeah, like over the top of
That's kind
the
of
map.
exciting though, because that's something they said was happening, which was that they were swapping Alpha pre-Alpha map, Alpha 0, Alpha Island for Alpha 1.
Yeah. Apparently they're going to be switching it up again like down the line as well. Like what we're using for testing.
Yeah.
But even checking out the map, like looking at, for those of us following along in chat.
Get the map out.
Pow! There you go.
Get the map out. This is the
over
map.
on the left side. This is the map. This is the map we'll be referencing. But yeah, it's over on the left side, like all those little islands there. Apparently that section, and I don't know how big these little squares are, but it's going to be 10. It's going to be a 10 by 10 space basically.
I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to this so that people.
It looks like it's probably going to be that one big island on the far left, and all the little ones in the middle, and then probably the coastlines of the other two areas. Is what
I cannot wait to see the snow biome in this game. I love living in the snow in every game, but it's always dull. And the desert. I can't wait for them to show the desert off.
Yeah, see, I hope they do the desert right, because a lot of games do the desert really boring, and by boring I mean accurate. There's a lot of sand for miles and miles and nothing going on, and in a game that's just, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. You know, I want interesting
it's like the
things.
best trees, the best palm trees spawn in the desert, but you can't be asked to go there because it's boring.
Yeah, give me like an oasis over here, or like a little mountain, a dune over here that has like a hole that I gotta like follow down into some weird subterranean cavern or something nifty like that.
Get a sand and armor debuff.
Yeah, sand and armor debuff. Must stop for 40 minutes while you shake it all out.
Yeah, over time sand adds to your weight and you can't find yourself easily being able to pick up your legs. Hi,
and the chafing.
Oh.
Do you get like a speed debuff? It's just called chafe.
Chafe.
So you have to walk very slowly everywhere.
That sounds terrible.
I just can't wait to see more of the world.
I know. And like just the different biomes, like what the hell's going on in like the bottom left corner of that map, and like the mountains with all the clouds there. They're all brown mountains until you hit that center core part, and then it's all just black mountains. Is it all volcano? Is it all like obsidian stuff?
Or is that like proper mountains and the brown ones are hills?
Possible. I also like how it seems like there's a little bit of snow like above me in the like cluster in the middle of the brown. Unless
Yeah,
it's fog,
yeah.
maybe.
I think it's more clouds and fog or fog. Who knows?
Is there a dragon there? Is it a dragon itself? So many questions. Wastelands of Doom.
Dagron.
Fog machine with a massive party going on, I bet.
Imagine living on that tiny island in between, right in the middle at the top.
Right?
Yeah.
Below Greenland.
That little thing right there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at that little tropical zone on the left of that big map, like the area we're supposed to be running around in.
Yeah.
If it's going to take 30 minutes to cross that with a mount.
Yep.
That's a big map right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Especially
It's
considering for the first 30 levels, you're not going to be able to get even halfway across that without being slain 17 times.
It'll be
Do you know what I hope? Oh, sorry, you go.
No, it's okay.
So, talking about, like, I just recently went back to WoW, and what I've noticed is that the zones are horrible. Like, you can't actually see anywhere in the distance because there's just like a mountain in the way, or there's like you have to go follow the path everywhere. I hope in Ashes you can actually see out in the distance. So, like, say if you're on that tiny island in the middle, I'd love it if you could actually see out into the ocean. There wasn't just like a mountain in the way at the end so you can't see anything. Or, yeah, I just want to be able to see, like, my field of view. I want to be able to see the landscape for once, not just... Yeah, I can't describe how WoW does it, but it's horrible.
Yeah, it kind of ends fairly quickly, but I think that's one of the ways that they use their visual trickery to get good performance out of old technology.
Yeah. I wonder what would happen if WoW were to update to be kind of realistic looking like Ashes is. That'd be interesting.
It would also destroy at least half of the computers running it right now too.
Yes, the Barrens is the best for seeing. So this is what I mean. I'd like to see the Barrens. Do you guys play WoW?
We used to.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, so you know how the Barrens you could actually see out in the distance. There wasn't anything really blocking it. The new areas in Shadowlands, everything is blocked by either like a massive tree is in the way, or like you've got a daily to do up north, but you can't go north directly. You have to go east all the way around, and then you have to come back on yourself because there's mountains in the way. It's just,
wow.
I want to see some landscape.
Yeah,
that'd be dandy. I mean, they especially have to make it so you can see pretty far, because if you're not going to be able to fly, and that's by design, then you're going to want to be able to actually see a decent ways into the distance, or else it's going to feel like you're constantly in a tunnel driving around, driving, vroom, but cruising around, like looking at nothing but the scenery right next to you, and that's it. Like, they have to make it fairly visible.
Can you do that again? I'm not sure I know what driving is.
Vroom.
Oh, yeah, now I know what you were talking about. Yeah, now I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, the second time through. When you have to explain a thing a second time, it's just not as real anymore. So, just saying. But, Psycho, the 30 minutes to cross that one little area too. So if that's supposed to be 20 to 25% of the map, that means it's going to take you, close to 2 hours to cross the entire thing.
Woo. So what Chip just sends us a paragraph. And he says, so they said northwest for A1, if you take the top northwestern corner as the starting point, it's like 15 by 15 squares of the 20. If the 20% of the world holds true, napkin math, don't hold me to it, that would encompass the northwest land mass that is almost Australia looking and a few islands. And I'll just go back
Get the map back on. Get the map back on.
Get the map back on. Yeah, I'm assuming because of how they were talking about like a tropical island area, that it's probably, in my opinion anyway, it's going to be centered around that islandy area in the middle left, or at least that's going to be the majority. Maybe it'll be a lot of that island area to the.
Imagine if it wasn't the big one. Imagine if it was the one with just the one mountain on it. And that took 30 minutes to cross. Jeez. You see the one next to it?
Yeah, right. That little thing.
Excuse me. Yeah, imagine if that was the one they're talking about.
By the way, Psycho, don't know if you know this or not, there's not any flying mounts officially. Like there's, how do you call it, gliding mounts? You can glide down from a high place, but there's not technically flying mounts unless I think you're royalty.
Yeah, or unless you are the leader of a guild that's conquered a guild castle.
Yes.
Or been lucky enough to earn a win / whatever, an egg from some giant mount that you just beat, some giant dragon you just beat.
But even then, that's a very limited thing.
Yeah, then it's going to expire in a month and you don't have flying again.
Yeah.
But you can climb a really tall mountain and jump off.
It'll take you all day to climb that mountain, but you can go anywhere you want later.
Yeah, climb to the top of that mountain and jump off and glide real quick. Just pick your direction carefully, because once you hit the ground, you're back to walking.
Yeah.
I wonder how far you could glide, actually, depending on how you were.
Hmm.
Like, can you glide? Like, if I climbed those mountains in the bottom left and glided down, could I get across that whole ocean bit and get to the Divine Gateway?
I would guess, like I would have a guess that it, like the Black Mountains down there in the bottom left, if you were to go from the very middle peak, I would say you could probably make it to like maybe the little lakes there just barely to the northeast. Like maybe glide to the little island that's on the bigger lake. Because I don't see Steven going, you know what, you can cover half a continent if you just, climb the biggest mountain. You can get 20 minutes of gliding out of it. No, he's going to say, no, you got 30 seconds and you're done, dude. That's it. You got a minute.
Oh my gosh. What ship?
Yeah, someone's going to try it, but I mean, if those things are actually bind on an account or, man. Those would almost have to be a bind to the person who picks it up.
Yeah.
To avoid real money transactions for those, because if not, like those are going to be a real money transaction for damn sure.
Yeah.
But then how heartbreaking would it be if you're the first one to get one of those or whatever, one of the few, like one person out of 5,000 that gets one of those in like a 6-month period, and you go to sell it and suddenly you're just banned.
Deserved.
I mean, true. But that's got to be soul crushing. Like that's something that why would you even chance that?
Well, you wouldn't.
True.
You shouldn't.
How easy would that be to track for them though? Like imagine trying to put up real money transactions selling dragon egg on such and such server for $2,000. Oh, let's go ahead and, I don't know, look at the logs. How many people on the server have? Oh, okay, so there's 2 people with it and one person's using it. I think we know who's trying to sell the dragon egg.
They'll probably just make it bind on pickup, won't they, or non-tradable, or...
Yeah.
Imagine if they did something sneaky where if you did trade it, it just cracked and just like a yolk fell out.
Oh no, that would be funny though.
Oh man.
$2,000 for a yolk.
It would be nice to be able to say if someone, just in the instance, like you're a guild running around that does all the world bosses and whatnot, and like somebody who always contributes to the guild all the time just happens to not be around when like a dragon egg drops, and they've been saving all of their karma points, not asking for anything because that's all they want in life. And if the dragon egg drops, it'd be really nice to be able to trade it to your guild. You'd be like, all right, here you go. You've been waiting for so long and you happen to not be there today.
Yeah.
What kind of fool gives away a dragon egg? That's what I'm thinking.
The fool is getting free gear crafted.
Oh my gosh.
I'm using that bad boy.
Right. I think that if they make those specific things bind on pickup and the animal husbandry not, I think that would work, because I think even World of Warcraft has it where certain things are bind on pickup and certain other things aren't. So pretty much all it would be coding wise is add a tag that says this item needs to be bind on pickup and this item does not. So it's a Boolean basically. Is bind on pickup true or false? Done.
Yeah, I mean, he did say that some things will be bind on pickup, just the majority are not going to be.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would be the easy solution, is to make dragons bind on pickup, but the nice solution would end up being to go ahead and allow it, because if there's so few on a realm at any given time, they've got to be able to track stuff like that.
Yeah. I was just meaning for things that they don't want, like that should be super rare, like the flying dragon egg or the flying mount egg in general. Like that, that's something that is just, I don't know. Why would you want to trade that anyway? I'm just asking. I mean, maybe I could think of one situation. Yeah, but see, I could see that point, but at the same time, because it's limited, if you already had one and you used it, then you have a second one that you can use after the first one.
I mean, I'm just saying.
If you got a second one, your RNG must be sweet.
Yeah, right. You sell your account, not just the egg, just sell your account and say, this is the second dragon egg I've picked up, so you might want to just go ahead and buy the account from me, you know? But not that I'm encouraging selling of accounts, so no.
Yes.
But just saying. Yeah. But just saying.
As an example, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could totally see that wood chip, because strategically, if you're trying to do something really nifty with that flying, then you having one, your guild leader having one, and then giving another one that you pick up to somebody else in the guild that's like super PvP savvy, it'd be a great strategy. You got 3 people in your guild with flying right there. Stay with me here. The submarine
water mount. The eggs need to be handed over, or husbandry. Sorry, there's a ring light in my way, so I'm gonna just do this. The eggs need to be husbandried somehow. Perhaps they do it with that escrow system like thing where you get something crafted without actually handing it over. I liked that in World of Warcraft, where you could request something from a crafter, and then they would, I guess, essentially be able to request for you to put the item in for it to be enchanted, for example. And then once you enchant it, it like closes it and they get the item back, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that would be interesting. I don't see exactly how well it would work, though. Just because if it's something that you can only get it by a super rare drop, a system like that, I could see it would maybe dissuade people, but they'd still be able to go to somebody and be like, here, I'm trying to give this thing to someone, so you hold on to it for a second and then they get it, instead of just trading it firsthand. But I don't know, it's the first game I bumped into that had flying be so rare and no way to actually earn it outside of becoming a leader of a giant section of the population.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, when I say they did, it's because I haven't played since like halfway through Legion. So I don't know what gets changed. All I know is the last time I played. So. Yeah, I get you. I see what. Yeah, that was something for the enchanting. Yeah,
it was a neat system. I think every game should have that. Really,
I do too.
Because it makes life simple and easy. You walk up to someone who can do a thing for you. You keep all the stuff and give them a small fee, and they trade the skill.
Yes,
keeps everything safe. Doesn't
it? And trustworthy.
Nobody has to be like, here, hold my super rare drop and go ahead and enchant it for me. Hey, where'd you go? No.
I mean, at least then they have the whole log system where, like, you can prove it. At least in World of Warcraft, you know, like, oh, I gave this to this person because they had said that in chat they had enchanting to this level, and that was the thing I wanted, and they walked off with it.
Yeah.
I would like it back, please.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess we have been online here for a little bit, so I guess one last thing I wanted to bring up that I thought was kind of neat that they're actually putting serious thought into was the question, how do you prevent groups larger than 40 from trivializing open world raids? Because that's been something that we've been kind of kicking around between a bunch of people, and I like how they said that they're already thinking about larger groups that they're going to make it so groups more than the 40 raid size within an area is going to start causing the raid bosses and such to increase their attacks, like the radius or the complication, or just more of them, so that it makes it so that many people in such a small area just becomes a terrible train wreck. And I really think that's a thing, for one, that can help reduce large guilds from just spam running through large areas and wiping out a raid in like 10 minutes and just collecting loot. But also it brings up a whole other way people could possibly exploit and cause people problems. They could just run up on a raid and just be there and exist in the area and count as extra people, which is going to make it harder for the people fighting the raid boss to clear.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to mention, was like, that would just be rude. Like,
yeah,
I mean, granted, they're at least putting their lives on the line at that point where the radius gets increased or something, but man.
I mean, unless they do something like a lot of games do, that once you get into a raid encounter with a boss, it closes the door on you and you can't leave or come in at that point. Because that I could see being a thing. Like, the whole raid is open world and you can totally just wander in, but if somebody's fighting a raid boss, the door is closed or sealed off or something. That could be a nice way.
But what if it's not a door because it's open world? There's no door.
There could always be something like knocking rubble down from the
boulder,
ceiling, or maybe the Onyxia sends a bunch of drakes to the door and they just sit there and create a firewall so you can't get in. There could be a zillion things that they could do. Many whelps, handle it. Or not.
More dots.
That's fine too.
More dots.
More dots.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I like how they're giving at least some deep thought into that stuff. I mean, obviously they're going to, but just hearing that they already have theories in place for how they want to try to approach it is good.
That's what always surprises me, actually, when they get asked a question, and I think to myself, I wonder if I've actually started thinking about this shit, and then he comes out with this whole spiel. I'm like, oh, okay, yep, he's definitely thought about that.
Right.
I bet you they haven't thought about, and then a 20-minute explanation on it. Yeah, he is. He's already thought about it. Gotcha. And yeah, I'm split with open world raids, because one of my first favorite games, well, actually my first two MMOs were both open world everything open world. And one of them being Ultima Online. There was nothing instanced at all. Like, if you go in to try to fight through a dungeon and earn some loot, you were fighting everybody that walked past if they wanted to be a jerk and like attack you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think that far back. I think Galaxies was all open, and then obviously.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah.
It has its positives and its negatives, I think.
I won't know until I actually try it, I think, because I've never done anything like it, so I don't know how I'd like it or dislike it. All I can do is theorize what could go wrong.
It depends if they add restrictions to things as well, doesn't it? Like you say, the more people in the area, the faster things spawn or the more damage the things do. But then that could be a negative, because then those people could be overgeared and farm them, so they've actually got more loot than they should have had because they've killed two things.
And and see, that's kind of where my brain has come to. I just have to wait and see how they implement it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
same.
As long as I know that they're going to change away from it if they find out that it's not going to work out very well.
Yeah. Welcome in, Mickey.
Yeah, it's definitely a wait and see and give feedback, I guess, kind of thing.
Yeah, and Psycho, I think the difference between World of Warcraft and Ashes is that they're capping what one guild can be in terms of max amount of players. But that definitely doesn't stop another part of that guild creating another guild and then capping it again.
Yeah. But I mean, you also have to think, unless the guild literally takes up half of the server in population, they're going to run the thing a couple times and then they're going to not be running it. So it'll be a delay for everybody else to get to it, but it'll still happen. Or at least they'll have to adjust the raid times of, hey, guild so-and-so isn't on during these times normally doing raids, so we'll just do our raids at this time and that's it. But yeah, it can be a pain in the neck.
Gonna be interesting to see, I guess.
Good story. Time will tell. Time will tell. As with everything else. Well, yeah, that's what the announced Alpha 1 stuff is all about. We're going to see a lot more information in what, April? Yeah.
For the official not under NDA stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but you know they're going to put out videos on, here, we recorded this thing and we recorded that thing the whole way there, so.
And I'll totally be telling my boss, should I get hired on full time, that I'll make up work later.
Right. But I suppose with all of that being said, it is about time to start wrapping up here.
Yep.
So, Miss Z, did you have any, how was it phrased last time? Any final words? Any last words you'd like to say?
Any last words? Nope.
Nope.
Not that I can think of.
That's her last words. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, say.
Lavagate 2020.
Lavagate.
For those of you that don't understand that reference, just go watch the live stream. Psycho was there with us when we were watching it because we were trying to help him try to get possibly an Alpha 1 key also. There's just lava and destruction and mental tears and anguish.
Right.
I don't know, Sunfrog. I don't know. Yes,
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh.
We started about an hour ago.
Yeah,
Hour and a
literally
half
as
ago.
we're getting ready to walk away. Yep. But yeah, definitely check out their why am I drawing a blank on it? It's not Child's Play, it was
Extra Life?
Extra Life, yes. The Extra Life live stream. The 24-hour live stream. Epic stuff. But anywho, thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for the conversations. Thank you for the bits, and thank you for the sub, and thank you for even more bits.
Oh my goodness.
Air.
Wow.
Thank you much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
having me as well.
Oh, no
Literally.
problem. Thanks for coming back on and dealing with our shenanigans.
It's been fine. It's been good.
And allowing
know
us
we
to
love
share your
you.
shenanigans.
You know we love you.
I love you too.
A to the toast team. A toast to them. There we go. Sorry. I misread that completely. I keep getting messages an hour late for the stream. That's interesting because we put it out on Twitter and everything when we go live. So I don't know. I'm sorry. Hi, Z. Bye.
Hi, Sunfog. Bye, Sunfog.
We're gonna have to get like 5 different bots that send out all the notifications to everywhere, like multiple times. Yeah.
Also, I mean, you guys could also just put it out there. Set an alarm for yourself because our intro and our outro says every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 4 p.m. Pacific time. And
we will, of course, never ever miss one.
Never.
Ever.
You must come to all of them. I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, have a good one, everybody.
Everybody have a happy weekend. Thank you again.
Bye, guys.
See ya.